cut off. So the question is, what is important in our life? Doing this, doing that, dilly-dallying through our life. It's nice, yeah. One can occupy, even within a monastery, one can occupy oneself. It's always something to do. I hope that you don't have to do so much. In 3 weeks there's a rains retreat and then there's nothing. Except for cases of emergency, when a water pipe bursts, or when electricity shortcut is there. But there's no other work. Probably in 3 weeks, in about 3 weeks, the rains retreat starts, and then we are only practice there. We had quite some work to do, planting trees. And this and that. It should be slowly coming to an end. I mean, sati is the most important thing, you're here in a very nice place. Very quiet place. There's no much distraction, the few lay people who come in the morning, they are not a distraction. And it's good that it stays so, that only a few people are coming. So then you have all the time to practice. Practice sati. There's no much going on. So we can do the reflection in the evening or in the afternoon easily. What happened today? When I saw this person, what kind of thoughts came up when I saw this situation? What was I thinking when I was washing my bowl? You know that? You remember that? Sometimes you just run around like zombies. And that's not sati. Zombies are driven by their desires and by their anger. That's what the zombies are. We should be driven by only one desire to develop sati. Knowing what we are doing at this moment, constantly checking ourselves if we know. Do you know what you're doing? Do you know that your hand is moving? Do you know that your foot is moving? Do you know that your head is moving? And why, Why is it moving? What came before? Somebody must have had an intention, to turn the head, to turn the head around, or turn, to stretch out the arm, or to go walking. Walking in the direction. So the moment we notice, we do something, we check. And that develops sati. Sati is the awareness of what we are doing, why we are doing it, and what kind of results it has. And that is lacking. There's little sati in your actions. Your actions, you program them very well. From the outside, for an eye, that is not really familiar with it. When they see the monks here, they think, oh, they're great monks. and great lay people. Yeah, because they behave, they really behave very quietly, very restrained. So for an outside person, it seems to be perfect, yeah. But when I look, I don't see anything of that. There's a difference, yeah. Having sati, having this alertness. You know what alertness is? Being alert. Yeah? Every moment of our day, we are alert of what is happening. We are alert when we do the practice. When we do Changkrom, we know what kind of thoughts come in. Yeah? Because then, when we know what kind of thoughts come in, or when we know our intentions, then we can remedy, the onslaught of the kilesas. If we don't have this alertness, if we don't know what kind of intentions are cooked up, in our heart, or what kind of thoughts are coming into our mind, or what kind of memories, that trigger some thoughts, or what kind of feelings, or what kind of sensation that triggers the thought. If we are not aware of that, we do live like zombies. There are good zombies and there are bad zombies. And we certainly belong, the monks here certainly belong to the good zombies. Yeah? But they're still zombies. Yeah? They don't run around, and trying, to take things from other people, or hurting other people, at least not intentionally. Yeah? But they're still very much conditioned, and it seems to be very difficult to get out of this conditioning. Yeah? And that is the main problem. Yeah? And then we don't even notice when the desire comes over us, to do something or to change something. We just go for it because we are so used to it. Somebody commands us around, do this, yeah, okay, I do this, yeah. But the voice, it was the voice or the command of the kilesas that tell us to do this or that, yeah. That's why we have to have a check on it, yeah. Our sati, our awareness or alertness has to check. Okay, there's a thought coming in. What kind of thought is it? Yeah, is it proper to do it? Or not? Yeah, and if we don't know, we do it. And see, what kind of results it has. Yeah? As long as they're in line with the 5 precepts or the 8 precepts, that we all adhere to in this monastery, or the 227 rules. Yeah? But this alertness needs to be developed, yeah? And, when I look at you on Pindapat, where are you? I see a body walking, but there doesn't seem to be a wake chitta in there. Yeah? The chitta is not with the Buddha, yeah? It's out, yeah, in outer space, yeah? The same for the eating, yeah? The eating is difficult, so I don't say so much about it, yeah? Eating is very difficult. It takes a lot of training and to be really aware of what is going on while we do eating, yeah? Or when we put the food in our bowl, what is going on in your mind, yeah, or in your heart, yeah? What is going on there? Yeah? Ask yourself, why am I putting this kind of food in my bowl? Huh? It would be interesting, yeah? And why do I take so much? It would be also interesting. Yeah? Greed comes through, yeah? And then when you see the greed comes through, then you stop instantly. I want more, yeah? You can't eat that much. Yeah? And always remember, the monks remember that there are lay people that we need to feed, and also the people who come to the monastery, also want to have something to eat. Yeah? And just don't leave them only rice. Yeah? In Wat Papantat, the monks, prepare trays, yeah, for the lay people. so that everybody had something to eat. Yeah? And the lay people didn't do work. Most of the lay people, didn't do anything. They just came to the monastery and ate. Yeah. So we have, it's our task also, to look after the lay people who come in the morning to the monastery. It's of such importance, this developing of this alertness. Try it, try it every morning. Okay, today I will be really alert about any kind of intentions, every kind of thoughts that come into my mind. And then see how long it lasts, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, until you lost it. The same thing when you do, especially, when you go down and do the sitting meditation. Okay, now I really want to be alert. Just like you do the walking meditation, Whenever you turn around, you ask yourself, okay, now this just this one path, I want to be with the Buddha. Yeah? And then check it, at the end of the path, have I been with the Buddha or not? If not, then we put more effort. Okay, just this one path. Yeah? Then we turn around, no, it didn't work out, okay. Yeah? We have to be patient. It will not work, on the first or second go. Yeah? Maybe we need 100 trials. Maybe we need 1,000 trials. Maybe we need a million trials. But we cannot give up. Yeah? Giving up is, going into the fangs of the kilesas. And developing some sort of laziness. I can't do that. Whenever you think, I can't do that, it is a form of laziness. Yeah? It's that you don't want to do it. If it's difficult, realize it's difficult, and then ask yourself, what is difficult? Breathing in, breathing out, is it difficult? You do it since you're born. Yeah? Repeating the Buddha, is it difficult? No. You just show yourself, okay, Buddha. That's what I can do. When the Buddha is gone, I can do the next Buddha. When that Buddha is gone, I can do the next Buddha. There's nothing difficult. Difficult, is an affair of the kilesas. Yeah? They want us to avoid certain things that undermine their power. Yeah? That's why I say, it's too difficult. There's nothing difficult in this world. Huh? It just goes against the great ingrained habits that we have. That's why we think it is difficult. If we have a habit, to do this or to do that in this manner or that manner, it is very difficult for us, or we think it is very difficult for us to change our habit. But it's not difficult. There's no difficulties in this world. It's just the difficulties, the laziness, to change our conditioning. That's the only difficult thing. We are too lazy, we don't want to change our conditioning. And now listen to this, the Nibbana is the unconditioned, this is a synonym for Nibbana. So sooner or later you have to uncondition yourself. And we don't like that because, we love to stay in our habits. That's why I call you zombies. Yeah? We love to stay in our habits. We don't want to change things. Only the things that don't need to change. Yeah? These, of course, we love to change. Yeah? But we don't want to change habits. That is very different. Yeah? Changing outside things, we love to do it. Yeah? And why do we change outside things? Because we are dissatisfied with the way things are. We think it is not good, or we think we know it better. That's why we love to change things. But that is not the kind of, that's not the kind of refusal of changing things. Yeah? The refusal of changing things is changing our habits, our patterns of thinking, our patterns, of memory, our patterns of feeling. That's what we don't want to change, our patterns of action. We just want to, okay, go to sleep, we do meditation, it becomes a pattern, and all the alertness is gone. The alertness has to be there, 24 hours, 24/7, The only time, we don't have this alertness is when we go to sleep. In the moment we wake up, we should jump up out of our bed, and start practicing. Just throw some water into your face and then start practicing. And the best thing is, for most of you, it is probably walking meditation, to get some energy flowing through the body that was lying down. No, but you're too lazy, you just want to do the sitting meditation, and then 5 minutes later you're fast asleep. Huh? No? Oh, I don't want to go out, you're still in a half dream state, and then all what you can do is, to sit down, and go back into your dream state. No, you have to change your posture, get some energy through walking meditation, no matter how long it takes. Maybe it's half an hour, maybe it's 2 hours, Just walk, And be with the Buddha, until you feel you slowly wake up. And slowly wake up and slowly get this alertness. We have to change our habits, we have to change our ingrained habits. We have to change our conditioning, and we have to get rid, sooner or later we have to get rid of our conditioning and see every situation is new. Just like every Buddha is new, every breath is new. We can't see it yet, because we think it is always the same, it's boring. No, it's difficult, because the restlessness or the boredom, keeps nagging at us. The restlessness and the boredom, that the kilesas brought up, nagging at us, and then telling us, it's so difficult. Yesterday it was much better. It's all the talk of the kilesas. Don't you realize it sometimes? That's how they keep us under their control. And say, no, it's not easy, it's not difficult, it's easy. All what I have to do is one Buddha. Everybody of you can do one Buddha. And then another Buddha. But this alertness, this really alertness, being alerted to what is going on within the heart, that is the key to our practice. If you don't have it, we can't start really investigation. Because we don't see things, Half of the time we are half, maybe if we are good, we are half awake, but most of us are fast asleep. So we don't see things. We don't see how one thing leads to another. We don't see the mechanism of the clockwork that ticks and ticks and ticks, The clockwork of our life. One gear, moving the other gear, and then the other one moves the other gear. And that's how our life turns around and turns around and turns around. From birth to death, from death to birth. From this realm to that realm, from that realm to that realm. Just turning around. And we fall asleep, okay, just turns. That's the way. Now we have to become alert. If we are alert, then we can start to do investigation. So how is your practice of reflection going on? Is it going on? You do it? Or you fall asleep while you're doing it? Or you catch only the beginning and the end? And everything else is blank in between? That's fine in the beginning, but we have to put some effort into it and say, okay, tomorrow I should remember at least a point in the middle. In the middle of eating, or in the middle of bindapat, or in the middle of walking meditation or in the middle of sitting meditation. And this you try, get a break point when you go through your day and you know there's a long span of time where you can't remember anything. Then decide for yourself or put your mind on it. Tomorrow I will really look at this point. You have to have some determination. Determine. Tomorrow I will look at this point. I want to get a hold of my pindapa. Don't do too many things. Just one thing until you get it clear. And in the evening you check, have I got it clear? No. Tomorrow again. Try harder. And sooner or later, it will work. When I go to the sala for the lay people, when I go to the sala, where's my mind? I have to do this, I have to do that. That's not alertness. That's planning. The Kilesas love planning. Alertness is knowing whatever is going on. When I walk, I know that I walk. When I sit, I know what I sit. When I move my arms, I know that I move my arms. When I move my head, I know that I move my head. That is called sati, knowingness of what one is doing. Every moment, every second, every millisecond, every mind moment. And there are too many mind moments. So, we pick out, we see in the reflection, the longer span of time where we don't have any recollection, that's where we put our attention on. And every day, we check again, is it better now? Until we have it. Until it got, once we got that point, then we get the next point much easier. Then we look at the next area that is not, that wasn't so long as the first one, and then it becomes easier. You get used to it, but you need determination, and you need to put some effort in it. Get a hold of yourself. Get out of the state of zombies. Get alert. Know what you're doing, why you're doing, and what is the result of your doing. When you have this alertness, you know it instantly. And you see, from every action you do, you see instantly the result of it. And you know if it is good or if it is bad or if it is, neutral. And if it is bad, just remind yourself that isn't really a good action. And that's how you slowly uncondition your habits. And be open-minded for whatever is coming. There's nothing difficult in this world. The only thing that seems to be difficult is the kilesas, that project that there are some difficulties. Some things are not pleasant. Pleasantness, or unpleasantness is always remaining. Even for the Arahant, there are certain things that are pleasant and there are certain things that are unpleasant. But he doesn't mind. But there are no difficulties for an Arahant. There are no difficulties for any unconditioned person. And there are no problems. Problems are created in the mind. And we try to solve them. But they cannot be solved. They can only be solved through action, through knowing what one is doing, knowing why one is doing it. That's how problems, that don't exist in the first place, that the kilesas bring up, we can overcome. Actually, there's only doing. There's no problem at all. There's just doing. It doesn't have to be, comfortable what we are doing. When we pick up the leaves, it's not comfortable. But if you train yourself and start picking up the leaves, it becomes just so. No difficult, no problem. When you sit longer, if you start to sit longer and longer and longer, the difficulties, of dealing with pain, subsides, over time. It's a problem. The problem is the kilesas, and the problem is that we dislike pain. We should love it. We really should love it because, it gives us, it doesn't let us fall asleep. The pain doesn't let us fall asleep. And it's a very good meditation object, yeah? If the Buddha becomes boring, pain is so much refreshing. Yeah? It is always there, very, very prominent. Yeah? And then we can look, what is pain? Investigate what is pain. How does it feel like? Where is it? Yeah? And really being keen of understanding what is pain. Not keen of understanding it with our mind, because that is closed in 3 seconds. Yeah, I don't like it. Yeah, because I sit uncomfortable. That's what pain is. Yeah, that's not what pain is. Pain in meditation is something very different. Pain of the body, when you're not in meditation, is different. It doesn't go away easily. But the pain in meditation that goes away the moment we get up, it's gone. So it's a miracle pain. But we have to understand it. We have to get to the roots of it, where it's coming from. Not assuming, it's coming from the heart, You don't see it in the heart. Even if you go to the heart, you don't see the pain in the heart. Because it seems to be, in your left knee or right knee or in the back or in the shoulders or in the neck, no matter where. That's where you have to start, where you see it, where you can observe it. Until it shows you, when you follow it up, where it comes from. It gets stronger over time. When you really do investigation of you have to go through death. But that's not the kind of investigation you're doing right now. It's very simple investigation. What is pain? And most of the time, for beginners, the moment you concentrate on pain, it's gone. Then you don't worry about it. When it stays on, that's where you should investigate. What is pain? What is pain? What is anger? What is problem? Ask yourself, what is a problem? What's the problem? And you don't see anything. Just a smoke screen put up by the kilesas, to make us, behave in a way that they would like us to behave. That's a smoke screen. Okay, is that understood? Develop your sati, get your attention, especially now that it become close to the rains retreat, where we really should focus, on the aspect of meditation. Because there shouldn't be any work around. I try, not to engage in any kind of work. I don't like any work anyway. Only if things that need to be done. Emergency. Just like I said before. What? The affairs of the visa, that is, we also have to do them, You have to go to Bangkok. Okay, go to Bangkok, enjoy yourself there. Alex would love to go.
No, I'm okay alone.
Yeah, that's fine. The lay people have to do it. Even the monks have to do it. Yeah, as long as we don't have a permanent visa, we have to go. That is not considered work. It's just one of our duties. Yeah. In 2 months, Tosna has to go as well. Yeah. What can you do? Yeah. Of course, I know there are lots of Westerners, who don't care about it, yeah. But when they are caught, they're chucked out of the country, and they have to stay outside they can't come in, for several years. Depends on how long they overstayed. Yeah? But you can hide yourself here in Thailand quite well. If you don't get into trouble with the police anywhere, you can you stay here quite comfortable. But the moment you leave the country, then you're gone. They see, oh, he's been here for 5 years and there's no visa. Okay, is that understood? Alertness, yeah? It's a key to our practice. Being alert, from the moment you wake up, now I want to be alert, yeah? And in the evening or in the afternoon or in the early evening, in the late evening, whenever it is convenient, you do your reflection and see, where your alertness, where your gaps are the longest, yeah? And then you just take one of the gaps, yeah? And say, okay, there, yeah? Make a break, yeah? Let's be, yeah? In the morning you wake up, remember that break, and remember that long time of mindlessness, yeah, and then say, okay, this situation I want to break it, yeah? And then in the evening you check again, yeah? And you will probably have to do that for weeks or months, until you can break it. The first time to break, this mindlessness, it is very difficult. But once you've done it the first time, the second time it becomes easier. But determination and effort is the key for this, to break it. And don't scold yourself. You just say, you're just like a patient. You're as patient as a mule, who's turning around, the water well. Yeah, it just goes. Goes. Yeah. If you didn't succeed today, you will succeed tomorrow. If you didn't succeed tomorrow, you will succeed the day after tomorrow. Just like we learned to walk, yeah? We were patient. Well, maybe sometimes we were impatient, but we didn't have any choice. Yeah? That was the nice thing about learning to walk or learning to talk. Because our desire to be able to walk or the desire to be able to talk, made us always put our utmost effort into it. The problem is with our meditation, that our utmost effort, has long disappeared. We are comfortable. Yeah? Okay, understood? Question? No questions? Thorsten? Fragen?
Schwierigkeiten, diesen Aufwand an Mühe, an Stunden, an Meditation und das, was dabei am Positiven rauskommt. Also wo ich sagen kann, okay, ich war jetzt tatsächlich mal eine Weile konzentriert, aber so über 90% verfalle ich immer wieder meine Gedanken.
Ja, Geduld. Du darfst, die Klesas versuchen, dich da mutlos zu machen. Und in dem Moment, wo du mutlos bist, gibst du auf. Ja? Don't think about success or not success. Yeah? That is one of the biggest problems. Yeah? If you think about success, and you in 3 or 4 days you don't have any success, you're going, I can't do that. Yeah? You're getting disarmed by the kilesas, all your effort, weakens. Yeah? If you just think, did I do my step? Yes. If it was a step with mindfulness or with not so much mindfulness, as long as I do my steps, yeah? As long as I'm with the Buddha or as long as I try to be with the Buddha, that's fine. Yeah? And sooner or later, it falls into place. I mean, we are so prone, to have success in our meditation. There is no success in our meditation. There's just a constant work of going against the grains of our ingrained habits, or going against the kilesas who constantly command us around. And you will not know, whenever it finishes. I mean, the moment, you reach a stage, you reach that stage. When you reach another stage, you reach another stage. But it's not finished, and when it is finished, it is finished. And until you know it is finished, you still have to walk. Once it is finished, you can stop walking. And you don't have to carry the raft, with you. You can leave it there, whatever methods and practices, led you to Nibbana or the unconditioned. I mean, you can leave it there. Don't need it anymore. But that is a long way. And all, I mean, when you look at my talks, I mostly talk about sati, this alertness, because without this alertness we can't really go into investigation. Okay, train it, and don't get what is moodless in English? Disheartened. Don't get disheartened. Sometimes I know the words in English and don't know the words in German. Sometimes I don't know English. So don't get disheartened. Don't think about success or not success. You just think about, am I with my Buddha or not with my Buddha? Or am I alert or not alert? That's the only thing, And if you see you're not alert, then, you just pull back your alertness. Or you pull back your sati, or your knowingness, what am I doing? Just, stop in the middle of what am I doing? And that is alertness, And that's fine. Wonderful. This is 1 second of alertness. And then from that point, try to stay alert as well. Until you see, you're falling off, and then, what am I doing? I'm supposed to do walking meditation, but, I all what I do is daydreaming while I walk. So, in this kind of, reflecting about what you're doing, brings up this alertness. Understood? Auch da hinten in der Ecke? Mutlos and being disheartened is the work of the kilesas. They want to stop you. And then, think about it. If they want to stop you, it must go against their grain, it must undermine their power. And that gives us more energy to fight back. If they create a problem, that means, they want us, they don't want us to go further. That's why they create a problem. And if you see that, if a red alarm lamp shines, problem. So, there must be something behind that wall that is really worthwhile. They already defeated you. You haven't even started yet and they already defeated you. So difficult. That's also so difficult. It's a smoke screen of the kilesas. There's nothing difficult. Breathing you do automatically. Being observant of the breath, there's nothing difficult about that. The only thing that is a little bit more discomfort is investigating pain. Yes, it's a lot of discomfort. Okay, that's enough for today. Wake up. Dhammo.
No.
Yeah, but these are two words. Yeah, I mean, as long as you can keep your sati on that right, left, yeah. But when does it lapse? After 20, 30 times? See, that's why we, I mean, in the beginning, we can use two objects, to hold our attention to, just like the Buddha and the breath, yeah, or left and right, it's fine, or sometimes even counting, up to 10. Don't count further up than to 10, yeah. But you will have to revert back, sooner or later you have to come back to one object, because without one object you cannot get one pointer.